How did you manage recovery while looking after children? I guess you've answered it in those ways. The physical side of things, you set up resources to support you. I know as a single mum, asking for help was hard initially, but you did it in the end.
Yeah, because too, with being a single mom who lost all of her friends and all of her support system completely, I had to find new babysitters, and using people from her school was really helpful. And then meeting a lot of my friends because she made friends at school and then became my really close friends. It was a beautiful experience for me to meet new types of people. It was really easy for me to feed her, love on her, take care of her, but I had to set timers to remind myself to eat every couple of hours. Anything I could think of that made life easier. So if I had the lunchbox packed in the evening in the fridge, it's such an easy, seamless way to get out the door in the morning. I still do sensory breaks, which was a really important piece for me, where I have my weighted blanket, I have my eye mask, and I have the timer. And instead of sitting up for meditation, which I still do that too, it's a laying down and just deep breathing. She sits right next to me while I do it, and she knows that mommy's taking her sensory break, or she'll sit and meditate with me. She and I will do yoga together. When she started walking and running and I couldn't follow after her, a lot of those times I would be just crying, laying there, wishing I could be a part of her life and feeling like I was letting her down. I was letting my ex-husband down. I was letting my stepdaughter down, myself down. Like, it was so painful emotionally, just all the time. And Toby, the gift out of the illness is that every single moment I get with her now is so valuable. And I know she feels that to her core. I mean, for her and I to be able to dance together, for me to chase her on the playground, it is overwhelming with joy, because there was a time where I couldn't do anything for her other than lay on the floor and watch her. So finding the value in everything around me.
I'm having flashbacks of all the little wins that you used to post throughout your journey with us over those year and a half, 2 years, whatever it was. And the thing was, it wasn't like you waited until 10 months or 20 months in and you're like, I've made to the peak of Mount Everest. It was literally like, oh my God, I just picked my daughter up from school for the first time. That was huge. Or I just dealt with a really toxic situation way better than I had in the past. Or I just went on my first bike ride with my daughter for 4 minutes or whatever it was to start with. Or I've just gained 1 kilo of muscle, all these things. And I remember vividly, it was 1 year in, and I think it was San Francisco. Correct me if I'm wrong. I've got a pretty good memory usually, but it was your first flight. I think it was a holiday, and it was 1 year in, and you didn't need the wheelchair. And it was just such a huge, pivotal, empowering moment for you as someone who was so reliant on everybody, and to then have the self-resiliency within yourself. And you went dancing from memory.
I went dancing. Yep. I went to San Francisco, visited my sister, met her there, and had a great weekend. Yeah, and I even remember like walking to the airport, almost feeling like an out-of-body experience. I don't even remember doing anything alone or on my own. And there's still the awareness that I still have to be mindful. I've still had moments of crashing. A couple months ago, I had a pretty hard 3 or 4 days. I was around a really toxic situation that didn't have to do with me, but yet peripherally had to do with me. And my physical body just was like, that is a no. But what's great now is, even though you initially get that, oh God, I'm sick again, you go, no, baseline. No, you don't panic anymore. That's not where we're at in life anymore. It's just, you got to have a couple of days of down days and breathing and baby steps, and that's totally okay.